as I go, and that's where all of the pressing motions come in. And we're going to take this all the way up to the brow bone, and we're not going to set it with anything. Okay, so this looks fun. Mac sent over a big old box of makeup. Thank you, Mac. And, oh, pink blushes. That's fun. But I wanted to use the eyeshadow palette, so there's two of them. Some good stuff in here. Hang on, I'm a little bit of makeup overwhelmed. So there's this palette. Look how pretty that is. I love this one. This one is the MAC, so it's the MAC Art Library Collection, but this one is called It's Designer. I'm excited. And then we have this palette, and this one's called Flamboyant. And it's just really beautiful, warm, neutral tones. So we might do a mix of these two palettes. Really quickly, who remembers this color? That MAC Blue Brown situation? Do y'all remember that one? I wanted to figure out this color so badly when I was younger, and I didn't know how because all I knew was this or a champagne color. So I really want to use this color. We're already going to grab this color. I'm so excited. Do you notice how red that is? It's still considered a brown, but it's so much red in there. So we're just going to grab this and we're going to go ahead and press it into the crease. I don't want it to be majorly pigmented. I really want to build that up first. What happens is when we add too much pigment at first, we lose control. I could build this up to where it would look just like it would in the pan, but we're really using it as a transition. So I don't want it to be crazy pigmented right now. We're just laying down our first shade and we're setting the eyeshadow base like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to build it up a little bit more. I'm using the E28, by the way, which is almost sold out. I don't want to sound too hypey, but it is. And we weren't expecting to sell out. And that means that it's going to be a little bit before we restock. So if you're in the market for new brushes, now's the time to order because they are almost sold out. Just want y'all to know. Now I'm going to grab this shade. And I just lightly wipe my brush off on Sheila. Forget, some of you might not know who Sheila is. Sheila is our vacationing makeup towel, who I just showed in Vegas. She did get to go to Vegas. I haven't asked her if she won anything yet. We haven't had that conversation. I told her not to go out. Alright, so I think I want to do a softer halo eye situation. We'll see where we end up. We're going to grab this shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and press it in here. Notice how that brush even fits there. It's because it's so nice and flat. You can actually do a lot of detail with it along with blending. Look at that precision. And then I'm going to grab that same shade and we're going to do the same thing on the outer part of the eye. All right, now we're going to grab a little bit more of that first shade that we started with. Not that one, good lord, it's my first day doing a tutorial. And then we're going to tap that again right above the darkest shade. Same thing over here as well. All right, let's grab this dark brown. Sound effects are needed. And we're going to add this right under everything else. This is going to be at the deepest part of the socket. It's going to give us the dimension. All right, now I want to add a little bit of the black here in this palette. Of course, we're going to grab that on an E27. And the reason why we want the very tiny brush is because black gets out of control very quickly. It just has a mind of its own. And I'm going to start on my lash line. And I'm just going to tap it around here. And I feel like adding a wing might kind of just be expected. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that. So let's just add a little bit more depth here. And tap it out to about right there. So for this part, I'm actually just going to be shading the lid. I'm not going to bring it above the fold. I'm just going to put the black on my actual lid. All right, let's grab our eyeshadow base brush again, C31, and whatever's left. we're just gonna tap it out. Where are you going, Doug Bug? Nice. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm just gonna grab it on the E28. Let me wipe it off. Swipe it on Sheila's. Not a wet towel, just these brushes, they don't absorb all of your eyeshadow, all of your foundation, so you can just switch back and forth so easily. So we're gonna grab this. I'm so excited, I can barely stand myself. Before I put it on, I want you to notice that I chose eyeshadows that have the same undertone. So even though this is a flip, the base of it is still a very red brown, and that's going to really just tie everything together. So now I'm gonna press that into the base, and then I'm going to pull. Ooh, that is so cool. Where was this knowledge when I wanted to use this color and could not figure it out? Where was it? Oh yeah, it took years. Another thing I want to do is I want to keep it on my lid. I don't want it to escape and come up this way. I like the idea of it just kind of peeking through, because this eye is very neutral, but it's very spicy, but it's still very neutral. And then when you blink, it's just like, what's going on there? What's happening? Creepy broken baby doll. No liner today. I'm just going to take the black eyeshadow across my lash line. Using my E27, just press it. And I want you to notice that I really didn't bring that shadow we just used across this part of my lash line, because when I know I'm going to apply something, whether it be liner, shadow, gel liner, no matter what it is, I leave that space bare so the black can just go over it very smoothly and it doesn't mix in. We won't have sparkles trying to mix into whatever we're placing on our lash line. Okay, I'm going to clean up now over here. This is just micellar water on a C30. Look how clean and sharp that is. Woo! All right, look at these lashes. So they're technically not something new, but I have not used them in years. These are Noir Fairy Light from House of Lashes, and look at how pretty they are. They're gonna complete this look. Let's put them on. It's been a second since I've done a black waterline, so let's grab this MAC gel pencil, and I'm shutting my eye, that way I can do the top and bottom. Okay, let's pop on our lash. These are really, really pretty. The lash band's a little bit thicker, so I'd say they're not so great for beginners, but they're not too advanced. Look how cool that looks. These are also from House of Lashes, and I love them because I love to pinch these really close to my lash line. Okay, while I was traveling, I'm sure most of you have already seen it, but I saw that Glam had that foundation, that really full coverage one. Should I get that and try it? All right, it's extra humid today, so I'm actually gonna grab the Milk Primer. This one's new. I've talked about this one so many times. And a lot of you know that normally I'm not into primers, but this one acts more like skincare, and it's so mattifying, but makeup still goes over it so beautifully. A lot of times, listen, when things are too matte, we think, oh, this is great. This is gonna help with the oils. If my makeup's gonna last, but something too matte, makeup doesn't actually wanna stick to it. And what happens then is your makeup actually just totally backfires on you. It's not going to last, but this one is the perfect amount of matte. So if you have not tried it yet, please do yourself a favor. And I balance to dry. And when I know it's going to rain or it's just going to be super, super humid, I wear this through the center, and I just think it's absolutely fabulous. Milk really and truly thought this one out. And the brush that I'm using is the Anissa Beauty Spot Treatment Brush. And I have to have this because I really like to pinpoint where I'm placing primers, where I'm placing creams, where I'm placing just about anything. I'm very precise with that, and I love this brush. I really wish that y'all could feel this because it feels matte, but it still has grab. It's so good. Please try it. Now, I don't have a new foundation, but I have a new foundation that I'm loving. This one. I'm so glad I like it. I bought this last week. I tried it. I did a wear test. It's all on my page. It's just so nice. And I really find that a little bit goes a long way. I find myself using less of it. This isn't released, don't look at it. But a little bit goes a long way because it's very pigmented and it's very thin. And if you're wanting to know more about it, it's all, oh, that's annoying. It's all on my page. It's beautiful. Don't look at this brush. Okay, look at it for just a second. Watch how it melts the foundation in. So satisfying. Okay, so now I take the tiniest amount of foundation on the E29 and I just kind of tap through here. I'll kind of buff it in. I've been using this brush the last couple times to just kind of buff foundation in and around these hard to reach areas, even through here. And since the bristles are so soft, they're not going to move all of that hard work that we just did. Ooh, that looks so smooth. And it's just going to make sure that everything is nice and melted together. A lot of times we're looking for that very, very just soft, even, perfect blend, and we keep using eyeshadows to get that. But using your foundation or your concealer, and I'm talking the tiniest amount, is really what achieves that perfect, seamless blend. Look at this. Gorgeous. Let's use this Alma Beauty Stay Woke concealer. I really like this one, but I was a little too fair for it that I think it's gonna be perfect now. Good Lord have mercy. Ooh, where's my concealer brush? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to just go to town here. My friend Mel, y'all probably know Mel. She was telling me that she uses this brush for concealer underneath the eye with all of her clients. And it's large enough where you can use the side, which I like. Might as well. Just doing a little experiment. That does look quite beautiful. And then we can just take what's left and just kind of buff it here. Still kind of using the side, with a little bit of pulling motions. That looks really nice. Now I've tried this before, but y'all know I keep trying things. It really helps me decide. This is the Laura Mercier pink powder. That's nice. We like that. Puff is a prototype. And then I'm just going to take whatever's left on my puff and just go around my brows. Go through here. I go through the center of my face. You know, I was just sitting here thinking that I do a mini masterclass almost every single day. I love it. And I'm so happy that y'all aren't tired of makeup, because I'm not tired of makeup. Because there's something new every single day that we need to figure out. And I say that because I'm starting a new series. I'm not going to share too much. I'm so excited to share it with y'all. Like I said, it's going to be my most helpful series ever. And once I'm done here, I'm going to film the video that starts the series. All right, this isn't new, but I haven't used my Gucci bronzer in quite some time. And I love how I was able to wear it. Dead skin, don't you judge me. But I was able to wear it even when I was a lot more fair than what I am right now. And I was able to transition it to now. It still looks amazing. And I like that. I know it's a very pricey bronzer, but shade 2 worked for me at my fairest, and now it works for me when I'm definitely at my most tan. This right here, I think it might be one of my new faves. Kiss of Copper. This is one of the bronzers from Bare Minerals. And we all know that copper blush is just where we're at right now. C41. Very elusive, hard to find. If you have one, I might need to borrow it because I actually only have 3 of these. I love the way this blush looks with this eye and this bronzer. This feels, I love makeup. I'm gonna get a little spicy because I got too excited. She was too stunned to speak. This is from Shiseido and it's a burgundy eyeliner. My friend Sam just texted me. She's so sweet. But I wanted to run this along my bottom lash line. Oh yes. Yes, that's the spice. By the way, all of these are amazing and I highly recommend them. They're so tiny. They're so easy to work with. I love them. Highly recommend. I've recently discovered that the Kosas mascara is the best if you want spicy, extra long, super full bottom lashes. The formula already feels very tacky, kind of like how our mascara gets better as we use it and as it dries out a little bit. This comes that way, and I love it. I really haven't experimented with it on my top lashes, but for my bottom lashes, nobody can tell me what when I wear it. All right, I'm not going to do a nude lip. It's going to take me longer, and I really want coffee because I did not have any good coffee while I was in Vegas. Now, I didn't go to any of the places that y'all recommended, only because I had no time. I didn't realize I was going to be in 1,000 meetings, which I would rather be in the meetings for y'all. But I want to go to my coffee shop. So I'm going to start with this lip liner. It's in Deep Rose. Yep, from Huda Beauty. Okay, we're going to start with that. Okay, everybody hang on now. Then I'm going to grab Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Free Burgundy. It's going to be much darker. This is why I don't do these kind of lips. They take a lot. These types of lips are no joke, because then it's going to need really cleaned up. It's going to need blended. It needs all kinds of stuff. That's why nude lips are always easier to apply. But these are worth it once you do them. So now I have to clean it up. And I'm using my actual foundation to do this. You don't want to use a concealer because it's going to be lighter, and you don't want a light ring around your eye. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. You can use powder foundation, but this is really going to clean it up. And then I wipe my brush and I just keep cleaning, when all I want to do is go get coffee. But listen, I do this for you. Then we're going to apply a little bit of MAC Snob to the center. And then we're going to grab our E26 and we're going to blend it. You can even use the E26 for a lip brush. I'm done. This is really fun. I feel a little cute. I'll definitely save this to my highlights. I think this color, the shape, it's so pretty. I also just think that blended out so nicely. I think I might need to do a little mini reel on that technique, especially with that brush. That was really nice. I love y'all so much. It feels so good to be back. I'm gonna film so much content this weekend. I'm so excited. Starting the new series, it's gonna be so helpful. I'm so excited. I'm so excited I'm gonna be home for a while now. We're gonna have so much fun. Y'all put on your makeup seatbelts. Okay, I'm gonna go get coffee. I love you. I'll see you in the comments tonight.